A lot of debate on Fox Business and probably Fox News, but I don't watch it, so I don't know. About, is this Trump's economy or is this Obama's economy? And, we're comparing. We don't really need to do that, right? Because President Obama was not promising a lot, right? He said, we want to build a sustainable economy, all right? So his strategy was low growth and sustainability. And that's what he achieved. I don't think there was any recessions in the 8 years of Obama. Okay? As well as the worst recovery ever. It's still a recovery. It was also the worst crash, the worst recession in history, other than the Depression. So we don't really have to pile on. Now, President Obama taking credit for what's happening now, he's being consistent. I mean, the first 4 years he blamed President Bush for everything that was happening. I mean, all 4 years, right until he got reelected, and then he stopped blaming Bush. He's being consistent. Whether I agree with that or not, I think the first year he can claim. But after the first year, at some point we got to say, well, he's been out of office for more than a year. This is Trump's economy now. So I just want to put that in perspective. We don't have to pile on. It was a different strategy. They used, stimulus, monetary stimulus to prop up the economy, which we're walking away from now, and whatever troubles, Republicans can blame on that strategy, which, by the way, I mean, can we blame that on Obama? That was the Federal Reserve. Either the Federal Reserve is independent or it's not. Okay, we can't blame Obama for what the Federal Reserve is doing. If we're going to lash out at Trump for saying, using his free speech to speak his mind, to maybe influence the Federal Reserve or whatever, if it's supposed to be independent, then we've got to give all the credit and blame to the Federal Reserve. We can't give that to Trump or Obama, right? So this Federal Reserve is reversing what the Federal Reserve had done for 8 years and counting. And that's going to have economic consequences. We're already seeing them. Banks, companies are like Sears are going bankrupt. And, this was a long time coming. But when interest rates are rising, the weak are going to float to the top first. And they're going to float to the top dead. Not because they're swimming, because they stopped swimming and they died. That's what we're at. Just wanted to share some of those thoughts with you. There are going to be consequences, but they might be mitigated by Trumponomics. Reduced regulation, that's compliance costs. That's a lot. That's a big deal. Reduced corporate tax rate, that's a big deal. Some of the tax rates for individuals might help too, but the amount of jobs, when anybody can get a job, and we've got 1 million more jobs available than are filled, than people that are looking for it, those are good indicators. But there's also a psychology where if you hear enough about recession, maybe it'll happen. I don't know. I don't think you can will yourself into a recession. I think you can will yourself into a stock market correction or loss, which I think we've done. So those are some quick thoughts, and hope you enjoyed it. If you know somebody that likes economics and has an opinion about it, or wants to learn from me, who's been studying economics for like 10 years, I know more than anybody you probably know. And if you know somebody that knows more than me, or you think knows more than me, I'd like to meet them. Connect me on Facebook with them, because I like to learn. And I like to talk about this stuff. So, even though these get low views, like 7, I think I run 7 on these, sometimes 2. But I do them anyway because I like them, so I don't care if you watch it or not. Somebody out there in YouTube land, if I could tag it just right, put the right thumbnail and the right title, maybe somebody will watch. I just need to work on getting people to click on it. Now, if they start clicking on my videos and then they just drop off in their views and I get a 20% rating, like 20% watch through time, then I know that the content needs to be improved. But right now, I'm having a click problem when it comes to these. And it's probably because most people I know aren't interested in economics or what I have to say about it. But probably it's more or less, it's just not a subject people are interested in. Anyway, this is too long. Bye.